Expel all Israelis immediately, dual nationals included, not a single one spared, and refuse to recognize Israel as a legitimate nation. So, who's doing that? The trigger was the revelation that a Forest City education project called Network School might have Israelis involved through dual citizenship in Malaysia. An Israeli influencer last daily appeared brazenly in a promotional video for Network School, admitting in person that he had spent $100,000 to $150,000 to buy a passport from St. Kitts and Nevis, which is a small country, thereby bypassing Malaysia's entry ban on Israeli passports. And then Malaysian social media exploded. Network School was suspected of being an Israeli sleeper cell in Malaysia. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim ordered that once any individual was confirmed to be an Israeli, no matter who he is, which passport he also carried, he must be deported immediately. So why do Malaysians know Israelis so deeply? Listen to the Prime Minister Anwar first.
We want the Arabs, the Palestinians, the people of Gaza to be treated as human beings. Where is humanity? Where is the United Nations? Where is the international voice to defend what is right? This is the height of barbarism in this world.
Malaysians also take pride in their passport, which ranks the 7th globally in terms of travel freedom. It offers visa-free access to both India and Pakistan, two hostile nations, you know that, and is also one of the rare passports that grants visa-free entry to both the United States and Russia. It's also rare. Even more astonishingly, until 2017, it was the only passport in the world that allowed visa-free travel to both North and South Korea. You know how bad their relationships are, right? Yet on this peace-embracing passport, a bold statement is printed. Except Israel. For Malaysia, Israel is the sole enemy state with which it has never even established diplomatic relations, and it is willing to pay the price for this stance. For example, in 2019, the World Para Swimming Championships were originally scheduled to be held in Kuching, Malaysia, but Malaysia refused to issue visas to Israeli participants, which directly led to the event being stripped from Malaysia and moved to London instead. And in October 2023, Israel starts to bomb Palestine again. Malaysia issued the world's first sanctions order against Israel, banning any vessel flying the Israeli flag from docking at Malaysian ports, and ordering that any such ship be detained or turned back. Meanwhile, an Emirates flight from Dubai to Singapore forced to divert to a Malaysian airport due to the severe weather. 12 Israeli passengers being denied disembarkation. Malaysians detest all Israelis, no matter what, right? In May of this year, Israel seized the Global Resilience Flotilla for aiding Gaza, which carried no fewer than 25 Malaysians aboard. The entire nation, from top to bottom, harbors a visceral hatred of Israel. There has neither territorial disputes nor historical blood feuds. Malaysia is purely grounded in the Islamic worlds of solidarity and its humanitarian stance in support of Palestine. So now Malaysia has found that Network School, under the guise of education, was bringing in Israelis under the banners of cultural exchange and international schooling, precisely the kind of move aimed at establishing settlements. First cultural colonization and propaganda, then capital colonization, and ultimately demographic colonization. Since the escalation of the aggression, Prime Minister Anwar has publicly said that they maintained contacts with Hamas and other Palestinians, declaring that Malaysia will fight to the end against Israel, which he deems inhumane. So, do you with or against Malaysia's steadfast commitment to its moral principles?